Proceeding to attack.
Investigating hostile intentions.
Combatant scan. Fortificator at ready status.
Aggressor at hand. Either restore my life or
Consider self-preservation a priority. Resorting to violence.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellness here on Prager is uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive divisor responsible for making the mental
Mobilizing.
process more refreshing than ever.
Adversary vulnerable. Go for torpification.
unfriendly company. They're mine.
Efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases
Either restore my life or avenge my death.
and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
The console provides, the system abides.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
Students, we rout all disruptive influences.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnetarium here on Praetor is uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by head refresher Gould, the top making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Ratcheting up my aggression.
Enemy spotted.
Standing by to stupefy.
Locking them down. There be none. Don't need a rift taking you up.
You can't fight contentment!
Sustain the system. Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process.
That's why I hate our contentment!
Others are not.
It is personally overseen by head refresher Gould, the top responsible for making the
Too much! Right, back to it.
Stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job? Mental refreshment centers are there to
Come in, come right in, and be refreshed. Go now. inclinations and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Are you ready to realign with the paradigm? To shed all manner of imperfect thoughts?
All it takes is some light instruction, a restorative cocktail,
And a quick dip into the lathe of particularity to abrade your imperfections. I'm Head Refresher Ghoul,
and I guarantee when you exit our doors,
you will be a productive member of our perfect society again. Soon you'll say,
goodbye, imperfect thoughts. Hello, contentment.
Now that was a nice tap on the old brain pan.
We are all happy and contented. And others are not.
Greetings, subject, or should I say refreshed to be.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
Welcome to the Wellnetarium. You're not on my schedule. A walk-in then. Wonderful. Once you're properly evaluated, we'll have you well on your way to refreshment.
And then our heads will be as empty as yours. I've seen this too many times. It's not as fun as it sounds.
Oh, you appear to have questions. A telltale sign of needing refreshment.
More refreshing than ever.
Our intake evaluation automech here simply needs to ask you a few questions to amply delineate your phreноmetric matrix. A baseline understanding of your character and background will assist our facilitators in determining the ideal regimen necessary to abrade any perceived personality irregularities. Yes, as it is an unthinking automaton capable of mindlessly parroting pre-programmed responses.
The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Head Refresher Gould says mental refreshment increases tractability, stifles undue agitatement, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry. I've undergone the procedure myself, several times they say, and look at me now, never more content.
The console provides, the system abides.
None authorized to you, not until completion. Now there. No need to fear evaluation. It's just a few brief fleeting questions, all perfectly harmless, I assure you. Simply step over to my automechanical colleague to my left, / your right, and it will begin your assessment.
Don't forget, compliance lets the paradigm run with flawless efficiency. Unthinking is essential. Unthink today. Unthink tomorrow. Unthink forever.
Notions are a gateway to mayhem, bedlam, turmoil, and vexation.
While there are many mental refreshment
Greetings, subject unscheduled. Welcome to Placid Waters Wellnetarium. Evaluation commencing. Subjects are required to respond 100% accurately to all queries. Bespoke prescribed regimens may produce untoward ramifications if baseline data is greater than minutely erroneous. Query 1. Concisely characterize your personal perspective. Incorrect. The accepted answer is, I fulfill my duty to the Sovereign as a loyal Protectorate subject by operating at peak efficacy, without error, perpetually, each a vital cog. Query 2. Rate your present level of zealous efficaciousness on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being the highest, 3 being a traitor, 1 being dead. Incorrect. Wait, processing. That was correct. No subject has ever answered that query accurately before to date. The degree of zealous efficaciousness expected of a dutiful and true subject of the Protectorate is beyond measure. Query 3. Do you ever fall prey to imperfect thoughts, including, but not limited to, doubt, disbelief, uncertainty, curiosity, recalcitrance, and mischief? Unacceptable. A perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry. Final query. How would your neighbors describe you? Processing determination. An acceptable response. The appropriate reply was, they never questioned, never doubted. Their zeal never lagged. Formulating conclusion. Phrenometric matrix delineated. Subject evaluation score total, 150 out of 200. The acceptable amount for a true and dutiful Protectorate subject is 0. In conclusion, you are in dire need of mental refreshment. Now, proceed to the nearby pneumatic tube to collect your complimentary unitard and lift pass. Next, proceed one floor down, where you will be directed further. Or realignment with the paradigm begins now.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process...
I do believe that's the first test I've ever failed.
Undue agitatement, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry. Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of your prescribed curative regime. Think only prescribed thoughts, and no bliss and plenty.
Their team plays the worst. Anyone has... Oh, you're new. Must be. You still retain that look of inquiry and deliberation. I'm Waylon. No, I'm newly full of zeal. That is, I hope the process took this time. They say my phrenometric peaks are resistant to abradement, but still, they try.
All disruptive influences.
A facilitator said that I'd been here thrice, but I only remember once or twice.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, placid waters wellnetarian.
I couldn't leave. Not yet. Haven't completed my regimen. My phrenometric peaks are still jutting all over the place, they say. Are you in disguise? I don't recognize so-and-so as a title. This feels a bit curious to me, but I feel compelled not to question it too much. Maybe the treatment is working. I'd go with you, I guess, but I need something first. They took all my things when I arrived, stored them in storage. My commemorative pitch balls in there. From my favorite team, the Paradigm Abiders. Can't leave without it. I had to turn in my personal items when I was admitted. On account I tried to leave once or twice before. Saw them put it in a closet behind reception upstairs. Suppose so. Maybe almost, at least. One way out's the safest. Someone dug a tunnel in the kitchen pantry, though there are 2 automechs assigned there now, to keep subjects from wandering in and ambling off. That doesn't seem like the sort of thing that'd be allowed, but guess you know what you're doing. I'll be dithering about here in the meanwhile. Oh, hello.
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Consul.
Medicament dispensement has concluded for today. Please proceed to the lecture hall to request an exception.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
The kitchen pantry is presently
Prudence
off limits
dictates
due
we
to
reject
anomalous structural
individualism
tampering.
in all its many forms.
Settle down, everyone. Lecture's playing. Prepare to be edified.
They never doubt. Their zeal never left. So very important. Ignorant, misguided outsiders may wonder, why does the Protectorate need mental refreshment? Doesn't it inhibit personal freedom? Yet this freedom they celebrate is a yawning chaos, and their choice is completion, failure, loss, and anarchy. It is a sad fact that all human beings require direction. As my good friend say, at its base, humanity unguided is cravenly, inept, and
To abrade my imperfections.
Sharpen up. Hostiles nearby.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Either restore my life or avenge my death.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Who needs to die?
I'll handle this. Hostilities are afoot.
Seeking cover!
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Attack lost. Their location ascertained. That cover spot looks much better.
Lets the paradigm run with flawless efficiency. Unthinking is essential. Unthink today. Unthink tomorrow. Unthink forever.
Combatant observed. Proceeding to attack.
Pushing ahead!
Mitigating the threat. Corpification in progress.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Restore my life or avenge my death.
A 5-star grenade!
untoward inclinations and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Wasn't intentional.
Find my next victim. I mean, a hostile combatant.
Ah, you've gained privileged access somehow. Our superiors must have arranged it.
Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind. Of symmetry.
Wait. That progress. I was led to believe my case required minimal treatment. But that last session, that was far more intensive. Strong observation, Your Sublime Radiance. We sent the lathe to the maximal abradement setting. Per instructions. Maximal.
That's why we
Who authorized you to use that setting? I demand the name of my betrayer! Subject is exhibiting increased agitation upon exiting the lathe, consistent with extreme cases. Further abradement recommended. Who are you speaking to? Are you recording this? Enough of this farce! Release me at once!
Many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia. Placid waters, well material. Here on Fraser.
Could have sworn no one was due for hours. Wherever is your chart? Wait, you're not a patient. You're not even a Protectorate subject, are you? I see it now. You possess the telltale look of wonder and introspection.
He's the first person we've met here who doesn't seem a touch refreshed. Must be the lead scientist. Careful.
Well, out with it. Who are you? Such a brazen display of derision of Protectorate ways. How unexpected. How provocative. This presents a rare opportunity to hone my argumentative skills against the inferior minds and bankrupt philosophies of our rivals. To what end are you here? Tell me truly. Speak plainly. Ah, for one of our adversaries, I'm sure. I have a proposal for you. I'll provide you what you wish if you debate me on the merits and failings of each group's ideology in a reasonably competent manner. There's a good sport. Do try to keep up. So, what of the Order, our former allies, those cursed overthinkers, doomed to lives free of luxury, toiling away in ceaseless cogitation? What say you of them? My position is a burden gladly taken to ease the suffering of our subjects. I think so they don't have to ensure the paradigm runs ably. Their order is chaos to us. Though your point, while gratingly expressed, is noted, albeit grudgingly. What say you about Auntie's choice, then? Tell me, is there any value in the vapid emptiness of those corporate consumerists? That actually sounds to have some slight merit when you put it that way. I mean, such a system would leave behind the general public, though. All our friends and neighbors. Your point is not completely without worth, I suppose. Only mostly. In the Protectorate, we have the best of everything. Food, technology, a sense of belonging, freedom from doubt, worry, hard work. No, the others simply cannot compare. People are unproductively prone to unhappiness. We remove this self-sabotaging flaw so they can fully appreciate the ample bounty we provide, free of doubt and worry. No, I haven't. And that seems a rather facile argument to make about a society that utilizes automechs to handle daily chores and labor. A low-hanging fruit, as it were. Well, admit I assumed this conversation would be more engaging. Did you have any final points you'd like to make? As a, last chance to distinguish yourself? Her opinion to me would be largely irrelevant. While I appreciate all she did, of course, there are those who are visionaries, and those of us who enact vision, who make it real. All right, fair enough. In that little battle of wits, one of us proved severely outmatched, and I'm not sure you're completely aware of which of us I'm referring to. I am deeply disappointed by your lack of intellectual prowess, though ultimately I'm not wholly surprised. Suppose that leaves one last thing.
I'll handle this.
We hope.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Step aside.
Swine. This might sting. A lot. I'm ready. Potato is gone.
That cover spot looks much better. Great what they're replenishing my firearm.
Appreciate if you cleared out. Step aside, swine.
Efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia. Placid Waters Wellnatarium here on Prater is uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive deviser responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
Resorting to violence.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Recharge for mayhem. Sustain the system.
Subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Back and stand.
Not only prescribed thoughts.
They envy our prosperity.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
Target's taken leave.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
Ratcheting up my aggression.
Mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia. Placid Waters
Weapon prime.
Necessary vulnerabilities identified. Either restore my life or avenge my death. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Mental refreshment is so important.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
The Protectorate endures.
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of
Combatant scan.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Restoring the balance.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
Don't forget, your unthinking compliance lets the paradigm run with flawless
Never more content.
Unthinking is essential. Unthink today. Unthink tomorrow.
mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue.
Take a gander.
Sharp enough. Hostiles nearby.
The system abides.
You think...
Yeah. Dagmar didn't betray us to the Sentinels. She is a Sentinel with a fucking office here in Central Control. It's enough to make one take leave of their sanity.
Oh, child, I think that tram has long since cleared the station.
I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear that. Fortunately, there's an easy solution to Dagmar's betrayal, one which involves removing her head from her body. Or maybe we should start with the disemboweling? So many choices.
I suppose congratulations are in order for having dispatched so many sentinels. Can't rightly say I'm surprised, what with your knack for wanton violence. But still, impressive. And let's not forget that I was the one who gave Azahelia Leitinger a purpose and fulfillment. Look at how much fun you've had.
Oh, she's dead already. But I might make it quick if you have a good explanation for your betrayal.
Let's not be hasty. I mean, can it even be a betrayal if it was always lies? But I must say, when I started the Dawn at the Consul's behest, I knew you were the perfect candidate.
What are you talking about? There were cultists before me.
No, there were not. The fiction of a cult was born out of the need to convince the Sovereign to return to the true spirit of the Protectorate. The Consul feared he was too weak. You say that as if it's a bad thing. Society needs to be controlled for the greater good, by any means necessary. Or would you prefer a more corporate way of life? If you have issue with the nature of humankind, perhaps you should take it up with the Grand Architect.
Dagmar, all this can't be right. How can you spout such lies? Our cause is righteous. It has to be.
As much as I'd prefer to not anger you, I must say your willful ignorance is still a thing to behold. You are always so willing to accept even the most specious of arguments. I can only hope your luck has run its course, and the remaining sentinels are able to put you down. Your death would put me back in the consul's good graces. Goodbye, Azza.
No, that's too quick. What about... No, not painful enough. Yes, that's it. I just need to find a piece of heat-conducting metal and something to peel the skin effectively.
Dear, you really must try to work smarter, not harder, when it comes to effectively inflicting pain before eliminating a target. You'll wear yourself out.
What, you suddenly take issue with my methods? I can think of no reason to curtail the pleasure of my revenge. Dagmar must die. Violently. Her betrayal warrants no other response. I know of no other way to act.
Imbeciles! How did you let Azza get this far? Stop her! She means to assassinate me!
Dagmar would never let herself be cornered. She's sure to have an escape route. We should find it.
Now, let's not be too hasty here. You seem a rational person. There must be something we can do to resolve this peacefully. Please don't let Azza get her hands on me.
Why are you talking to them, Dagmar? I'm the one you must answer to. What? Why? Fine. But you are only prolonging the inevitable.
I must say, I am in favor of prolonging the inevitable myself. What I did for the greater good, to save the colony, all at the consul's behest. It was my duty as a loyal subject to the true protectorate. What other reason need there be? And Azza, she was an obvious choice. So lost, so dead inside, so in need of guidance. But then, she went berserk. I never imagined how she'd take to the killing and mayhem. You brought me great praise from the consul. Until you started asking questions and killing the wrong people. Which wrong people didn't she kill? We were supposed to work through intimidation and the perceived threat to our system. Sure, maybe kill some subjects, those that could possibly become threats to the Protectorate, but not the dozens she slaughtered. For Matriarch's sake, she was killing vigilance. And then she started asking questions that would have led to her discovering the truth. She had to die before the Consul decided to cut the link between Asa, him, and the Dawn. Me. The Consul feared that the Sovereign wasn't up to the task he inherited. He actually believed the subjects no longer needed such a firm guiding hand. So the Consul set to creating a challenge for the Sovereign to rise to make manifest the hidden dangers he refused to see. It began with labeling political subversives members of a fictitious cult. When that didn't work, the Consul enlisted me to make the glorious dawn a reality.
Enough of this blathering on. It's well past time for Dagmar and her life to part ways. Feel free to think on that while I start in on her dissection.
Extensive damage, Commander.
She's dead. As am I. She should have suffered more for what she did. You know, for a moment there, I was questioning everything, but it quickly became obvious she was just lying to save herself. You're so naive. But don't feel bad. It took me until now to see through her subterfuge. No. The glorious dawn was always true. She was just using it for her own debased ends. Now that Dagmar is dead, I'll be leading the dawn into the glorious future. True. There may be those that do not accept my leadership, but they will die. The dawn is too important to disband. What little risk any of them may pose doesn't concern me. I can send out a general message from here, informing the cells that the previous exalted leader has betrayed us and has been dealt with, and that I am now in charge. I suspect some will simply jump into the closest rift. And to be perfectly candid, I'm hoping there are more than a few that refuse to acknowledge their new leader. Enough to keep my knife skills up, at least. It's done. Let's leave this place. It sickens me. I'm not ready to talk yet. Let's get out of here.
Have an update about that. Back at Winter's Grasp, I found someone was continuing Anais, Sir Boujol's research. Believe I have a lead on their identity. I wholly agree. I pieced together information from earlier leading to Golden Ridge on Dorado. Oddly enough, to the anchor hold at Matriarch's Mercy Monastery. I had Val set the location on our map. I recognize we're juggling multiple crises, but I'd suggest we journey there sooner than later. May all our endeavors yield expected results.
Anti Fizzo's Nut Rum. Tastes more